cure sometimes.
So I don't think the long-lasting solution to
Are you guys gay?
a woman's mental health is immediately cutting stuff off or adding attributes. Like, if we have such a mental health crisis, and specifically women who are above the age of 40 abuse antidepressants more than anybody.
It's horrible.
So why are we trying to prescribe people changing their bodies, adding things, taking things away? Why is there such a focus on instant gratification where maybe you should just accept accept yourself for the way you are, or work on things that you can change? So let's go to the gym. Maybe we should lose some weight. There are things you can do.
That's what I did
but
for
again,
my
like,
BBL.
but what about the boob part? Like if you're a mom, or like
What
the
about the-
skin
what about the
part?
boobs?
Well, yeah. So what about
I'm
that?
saying,
The
like,
skin.
so-
What about the skin?
Like if you Google it, like some
Fine, okay,
women
fine.
He's
come,
never been with it.
like they have like such like saggy skin after pregnancy because they just have really bad skin, and it's really hard for women to like live like that for the rest of her life. So I'm not completely opposed to it.
Okay, so if it's
Like, Google
inhibiting,
it, like,
well,
just Google
we don't
it,
have to Google
please.
it, but okay, if we're gonna play this thought experiment, so if my wife is having discomfort or it is like a nuisance for this thing, for this extra skin to be there, okay, let's talk about this. Maybe we can make that change. But generally speaking, I am gonna want to support my wife. I'm gonna want to find her attractive no matter what. If she has flat chest, if she has very little to offer in those specific areas,
TNA.
I don't really care.
I know, I get what you're saying, and I don't agree with plastic surgery, but it is hard to be a woman sometimes.
Look,
and I
how
don't
about this?
understand
How
women
about this?
sometimes.
But this is such a rare, like, okay, if we grant you, like,
Yeah, because
yes,
you think having the
they're-
natural is just an
they're-
option that you can wake up and have. Yeah.
there's the mommy makeovers. If we grant you, as men, that we're okay with women after having given birth to children and there's excess stomach fat, if we're fine with that procedure,
Yeah.
I think we should make it illegal and ban all the other ones. What do you think?
I agree, because honestly,
Let's do it. Let's
if you
lead the
start-
charge.
My
if you
family.
start-
Yes.
hold
I am
on.
a
Yes.
tyrant.
Can I
I'm a
just say?
dictator.
Can I just say
We
what
are
I do
banning.
not like? What I do
Go ahead.
not like is once women start deforming themselves because these hips are getting out of control.
Oh, God,
like
Lord.
because of these Kim Kardashians. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I really don't like them.
One thing
I
before
don't
you go.
but
One thing before
Amen.
like
you
it's
go.
just getting
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like everyone they don't even look like what
doesn't
they
look
actually
good.
look
What
like.
on the mommy makeover, the excess stomach fat, I would say, like, for example, people who are obese, whether you're a man or a woman, and if you were previously obese and you lose a bunch of weight,
Yeah.
you tend to have excess
Right.
skin.
Yeah.
I don't think I would object to, whether you're a man or a woman, to that procedure. So I think the mommy makeover, where if she has like excess skin, I don't think I really object to that. I think what I more so object to is when you're otherwise cutting into normal healthy tissue to put in plastic. Like there's degrees to some of these cosmetic procedures. Like perhaps lip filler is not particularly invasive as compared to like a rhinoplasty, as compared to fake tits, as compared to lipo, as compared to BBL. So I think the degree, the severity, the reasons, and the oh shit, I lost the last one. The invasiveness is part of it. So
Yeah, and like people get excessive, like people become obsessive. Like
Go
to
ahead with your point.
perfection.
Well, for like to go back on the how you want it to be illegal, my family tried suing the doctors and actually bringing a law to stop procedures over 3 or 4 at a time, because my mom had 7, I think, at a time.
That is wrong.
It's very wrong, but there's no laws against that, and that's where we need to change that. You know,
In
your body.
California, there is.
It just had
that
to
a-
happen
is that a
then,
thing? It's
because
not
it's been
good
18. It was
to do
18 years ago,
Crazy.
and
Oh,
we
yeah,
did a
California
malpractice
has
suit.
that
We
now.
did
And I
all of
will
that.
say,
And
a lot
with
of
it
people
said,
don't-
hold on. With that said, this is why I will not get surgery, and I will tell every single woman who wants to get surgery what my mom went through. And again, your body, your choice. But I lost my goddamn mom when I was 14. That is hard, and I will
West,
never,
too. Kanye
ever
also
put myself through that. Even if I'm uncomfortable with my skin, guess what? Deal with it.
deal with it.
So
Deal
you
with
know
it.
what?
Deal
what-
with it,
what
man.
the big problem is here, I think, and I see this on Instagram all the time because a lot of my girlfriends have, excessive plastic surgery, and when I say excessive, it's
Not
off the scale.
attractive.
It has passed.
I'm
the
fine
scale.
with the small upper lip, ladies.
Yeah.
You don't need to be putting
you know
that
what the
shit
problem
in
is?
your lips.
Yep.
Sorry.
You
okay,
know
I'm
what the
getting worked
problem
up.
is? The online pressure And when I'm talking pressure, it's go bigger, go bigger. And these are women that maybe don't feel like 100% great about themselves.
You know what? I got a solution. That's why we as men need to tell women that we find your constitution to not undergo these dangerous and unnecessary surgeries.
I wish it was
attractive.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
I think it's attractive.
Let's
I'm
do that.
attracted to
If you can
a woman
make that
with
happen,
a
I
strong
would
constitution.
Yeah.
Yes.
President.
I
You
will
for
literally
president.
support
you
that.
for fucking president.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
100%.
All right.
You for fucking
Yeah.
president.
Ryan Atlas for
Yeah.
president.
You can be my VP.
Yeah, you for
Okay.
fucking president, because I see this constantly, and I have friends that have gone up to 10,000 cc's in each boob. Do you know how much that is? Like beyond. And I feel like my boobs are too big, so I want to decrease
Take
them.
'em out. Yeah,
Because
just get 'em out.
Because I was like, they're uncomfortable, they hurt, but it's a lot of money, and now I have to pay for my mistake,
yeah.
you know, and that's okay.
It's okay.
But I just feel like guys on the internet has to stop this fucking like, oh, I wonder how much she'll do. I wonder how far she'll go.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, stop, don't do it anymore. Like, it's too much. But they don't. And these women, or maybe not feeling great about themselves, they don't have a partner in their life that supports them and loves them. So they trust these men on internet.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they love me. So if I do
Is that
more,
what men? Have you guys had that experience? Men
yes,
are like
100%,
get fake
120.
titties?
Yes, 100. I have people in my inbox telling me, I will pay you this amount of money if you go bigger. I was
That's
like, fuck
weird.
off.
Those guys. Are
No,
weird.
like I
That's
have
weird.
guys
It
like that with me
happens
too, and I'm like,
very
this is I
often.
don't.
Don't listen to.
No.
Yeah.
Don't listen to.
Yeah,
those.
it happens very often.
Very small minority.
Psychotic.
Yeah.
I think both men and women have a duty. I think we should both be trying to build each other up, because
Yeah.
I mean, look, we both tend to shame each other's bodies in certain ways.
100%.
Like, for example, like the way that men will comment. I feel like people think I'm almost being facetious about this. The way men will shame women if they have a large labia is like, you know, roast beef. Or they think that's an indicator of sexual promiscuity, which actually no, a woman who's a virgin could have a large labia.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You know, roast beef, Arby's, wizard sleeve. You hear these terms, but also women will shame men for, you know, if a guy has a
Small dick.
vein,
Yeah.
they
And
get shamed.
circumcised on
A
certain
lot of men
Yeah.
get shamed for that. We
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would like us to listen. I think we can shame people for choices that they make, but if there's something out of your control, I don't think you should shame somebody for it. If somebody has a certain bodily characteristic, we shouldn't shame. If a woman has small breasts, we shouldn't shame her for
Yeah.
that. Man has a small
That's
peen,
why I
woman
had
has a
plastic
large
surgery,
labia.
because I was bullied I wanted to commit suicide because I was bullied so badly in school.
I wish I could have been there.
From no boobs.
And said,
I was very tall.
Your small boob.
And,
Did you have small boobs? You had small boobs?
I was a
Small boobs are great.
32A.
I like small
Awesome.
boobs. The small boobs are
It
great.
was, it was,
I love
there
small
was
What's up,
boobs.
small boobs?
I had a big
Yeah,
nose.
they're beautiful.
And I had a bump on my nose from a car accident, and my septum was crooked and destroyed.
I have a broken nose too. Good
So
times.
I was
Me
so
too.
bullied up until like I had my nose fixed. It was
Who bullied
horrible.
you? Was it other men, women?
It
both?
was both.
Both. Okay.
In school, in high school.
See, I got bullied for
and
my nose
college.
too, and that's something that I was just
Yep.
like, I'm
Two
not
can't
doing
stand.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Then on the internet, on TikTok.
I had a car riding a bike,
Do you
like
have
a
something? It
motorcycle,
sounds like
and
you have
just
something to say.
I
Oh,
got
no.
nothing.
Oh, okay.
It was both. It was hell.
now.
It was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
hell. So you know.
I just want to say for any women who are watching, there will be a man. There are plenty of men who will find you attractive as you are. If you're considering getting a plastic surgery, if you're considering lip filler or fake tits or lipo, BBL, whatever, labiaplasty, whatever it may be, there are plenty of men that will find you beautiful, that will love you, that will want to be in a relationship with you, that will get married to you without the need for undergoing these
And also,
surgeries. So-
Please, women,
Very
don't shame
true.
men either.